Imagine this. You're stressed, overwhelmed, wishing you could be anywhere else. And then suddenly, pop, you teleport for the first time. One moment you're in your bedroom, the next you're in your hallway, but you're screaming because your actual hand is stuck halfway inside the wall. It doesn't hurt at first. Your brain is too shocked to process it. It's like your nerves are trying to decide whether they even exist. Then the pain hits, deep, crushing, like the wall is trying to swallow the bones out of your arm. You rip yourself free, fall to the floor shaking, and all you can think is, I could have appeared 1 foot to the left and died. Teleportation isn't cool. It's a loaded gun that fires every time you blink. Teleportation sounds simple. Think of a place, appear there. But that's the lie. Teleportation isn't precise. It's emotional, instinctive, chaotic. Your brain isn't a GPS. It's a mess of random thoughts, intrusive images, old memories, flashes of places you haven't been in years, background distractions, fears you don't even realize you're replaying. Teleportation reads all of that. You picture your kitchen, but you also think of the counter, the fridge, the sink, the chair you stubbed your toe on last week. Teleportation tries to figure out what you meant, but your mind is too cluttered to give it a clear answer. So you land somewhere in the blurry average. Not exactly where you aimed, not exactly where you imagined. Teleporting isn't picking a spot. It's hoping your brain doesn't betray you at the worst possible moment. And your brain betrays you a lot. Once you start teleporting, the entire world changes. Floors, potential death traps. Walls, nightmares. Furniture, hazard zones with edges waiting to merge into you. Crowds, a maze of unpredictable objects that could get you killed if you miscalculate. It doesn't matter how familiar a space is. Every room becomes a danger zone. You don't just see a couch. You see a soft surface surrounded by 3 hard edges and 1 wooden leg. You don't see a kitchen counter. You see a solid block you might accidentally phase into. You don't see a doorway. You see a target you have to hit perfectly every single time. Teleporters don't fear monsters, villains, or ambushes. They fear geometry. The edges, the corners, the angles. One moment of distraction, one intrusive thought, one slip in your concentration, and your next landing spot could be your dresser drawer, your bathroom sink, your closet door, the metal frame under your bed, or 3 feet beneath the floor you were aiming at. Teleportation stops being fun. It becomes survival. Teleportation doesn't just fight your surroundings, it fights your thoughts. Because when your life depends on perfect mental focus, your brain becomes the biggest danger you face. You try to stay calm, but the fear of landing wrong makes you panic. The panic makes you think of walls. Thinking of walls makes you imagine walls. Imagining walls makes teleportation think you want the wall. So you teleport safely, and your brain suddenly flashes wall, floor, metal, concrete, sharp edge, door frame. It's like telling someone, don't think about a snake, and their brain immediately fills with snakes. Teleportation turns your thoughts against you. You become scared of your own imagination, your own memories, your own mental pictures, because one wrong image could become your next destination. Before teleportation, you walked everywhere, and walking isn't just movement, it's processing. Walking gives your brain time to understand where you are, time to adjust, time to settle. Teleporters lose all of that. You jump from location to location like someone switching channels. Bedroom, kitchen, school, store, bathroom, car. No transitions, no distance, no build-up. Your brain never gets to arrive. It never catches up. Life becomes a series of cutscenes with no loading screen. Moments feel disconnected. Days feel chopped up. Your sense of time warps. You don't feel like you're living life anymore. You feel like you're teleporting through it. You stop feeling grounded. You stop feeling present. You stop feeling real. That disconnection becomes a sickness, a constant floating sensation you can't shake. Teleportation doesn't just move your body. It disconnects your mind from the world. Teleportation feels instant. But your biology disagrees. Your body wasn't designed to be dismantled and reassembled hundreds of times a week. Little things start first. Random aches, twitching muscles, weird cramps, headaches that pulse behind your eyes, hands trembling for no reason, fatigue that hits even after sleeping. Then bigger things happen. You teleport and your ears ring for a full minute. You teleport and your heart skips a beat. You teleport and your stomach flips like you're falling. You teleport and your vision lags behind for a few seconds. And then comes the moment every teleporter fears. You teleport, and for one horrifying second, your eyes open before your brain fully arrives. Your body is there, but your awareness is still catching up. It feels like you're watching through someone else's head. Teleportation slowly disconnects everything. Your muscles from your nerves, your senses from your body, your perception from reality. Every jump takes a toll. Every jump wears you down. Teleportation isn't movement, it's self-reconstruction. And eventually, reconstruction breaks. There's one more downside. One that's worse than walls, worse than injuries, worse than the physical danger. Teleportation destroys your discipline. It becomes the ultimate escape button. Hard conversation? Gone. Uncomfortable moment? Gone. Responsibility? Gone. Someone asking you something you don't want to answer? Pop, you're across the city. Life stops being something you engage with. It becomes something you dodge. You stop building patience. You stop building resilience. You stop building courage. Every time life gets hard, you vanish. You don't learn how to solve problems. You learn how to avoid them. And the more you teleport, the more you disappear from your own life. Teleportation doesn't just break your body. It breaks your character, your habits, your backbone. You become someone who never stays long enough to be great. People think the danger of teleportation is appearing inside a wall. No, the real danger is what teleportation does to you. It makes you impatient. It makes you reckless. It makes you mentally fragile. It makes you physically unstable. It makes you terrified of your own thoughts. It makes you dependent on running instead of dealing. It makes you forget how to live in the world instead of skipping through it. Teleportation doesn't just warp space. It warps your identity, your values, your sense of reality, your sense of yourself. And one day you look in the mirror and feel like you blinked through your whole life instead of living any part of it. So ask yourself, if teleportation meant accidentally phasing into walls, fighting your own thoughts, losing the feeling of reality, damaging your body every jump, ruining your discipline, escaping every challenge, and slowly disconnecting you from your own life, would you still want the power? Or would teleportation become the curse that erases the version of you that could have been great? If this made you rethink teleportation, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.